So here we are doing a comparison between the Yes Typo and the Yes Basic. This is the 2017 Typo and this is the 2016 Basic. However, there's no changes with either board the following year. So between this, there's no changes between 16 and 17, so it's fine for a comparison between the two. These boards have a lot of similarities. You can see just looking at them. They both have a similar shape. They both have a disruptive side cut that they call underbite. And you can see there's just, right at the binding point, there are these little, just little wave in. It's an indention actually instead of an extension, which it disrupts the side cut. It makes it, both of them, real easy to turn. And it gives them a really exceptional edge hold that I really like. You know, the real big difference between these boards is this is a true twin and this is a directional twin. You can set this back, the Typo, a little bit. I'd still like to see it have more of a setback, like you know, like the Yes Standard or you know, the 16 Optimistic, or you know, really any board with a, you know, any old mountain board with a setback. But it's okay. This is a centered stance. These both have 5-pack inserts instead of 6-pack. So there's, you know, it's 5x2, 5x2. So you really don't have many stance options. You know, I find that I love that both of these 155s have a reference stance of 23, so it fits me perfect because that's exactly my stance. So I love that stance width, and these appeal to me that way. Just so you know, both of these are on Burton cartels. It's riding the same boots, took the same runs, made the same turns, hit the half pipe, hit a few kickers, small ones, and just really love both these boards. It's really hard to tell a difference on a day like today. This just felt maybe just a little touch more damp, but barely. That just might be the board that I got, you know, how it was made. Sometimes there are variations and slight variations in flex and camber profile, but both have the same camber profile, the same feel. When centered, they both ride switch really well. They both just butter super easy, almost too easy. I'd like to see just a little bit more stiffness in the tip and tail. They have a nice twist torsionally. They're really playful boards. You can kind of do anything with them. You can, you know, but I'd say get the Yes Basic if you're thinking more freestyle, and you know you're not gonna set your stance back much on a powder day. And I'd get the Typo if you're looking to set your stance back, because you'll be disappointed with the Basic if you want to set back more. Both of these boards float really well for their camber profile. You know, they're camber between the feet, going to a little early rise rocker, and it's a mellow rocker, but it floats really well. And so both can float pretty well from a centered stance point of view, but for a setback point of view, this will be disappointing, and this will be a little better. I'd love to see 6-pack inserts in these instead of, you know, 6x2 per binding instead of 5x2 per binding. But you know, still it does a great job, and this has enough camber for you to grow with both these boards, where a lot of entry-level boards that are hybrid camber have almost nothing between the feet, just barely cambered, and you grow out of them really quick. Where the only thing you could grow out of with these boards is the flex, is the dampness when you're going fast. These are both kind of chattery. It's doable, but they're pretty chattery, so that's the only thing you can grow out of. So if you're not looking to become a bomber and you just want, you know, like a freestyle to all-mountain freestyle ride at a reasonable price point, then you got the Yes Basic. If you know you're going to want to set it back on deeper days and surf and powder, but still kind of try to have that all-mountain freestyle approach when it's not dumping, or even when it's not dumping much, then you have the Typo. So they're both great boards. They both do a great job, and I really like them. I really feel that Yes is one of the better companies out there in finding a board for almost every type of rider. And I really like this Camrock camber profile with a little extra camber than the old Camrock profiles with Nidecker and such. And I just feel they make, and you know, this underbite technology is great because it really does hold an edge, like even in icy snow. If you live in icy conditions, you can go out and this can grip almost as well as aggressive magnet traction. I think it's even better than the 0.5 magnet traction from Mervin. It's kind of in between that 0.5 and full MTX. But it's still on the upper end of the edge hold spectrum, and really helps you be a better rider. And these are both just confidence inspiring rides. When I want to go out and learn new things, I grab one of these.